MBA Show, your daily business energy boost with our daily 10-minute business lessons for the real world. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. And today's lesson is a must-read lesson. In our must-read lessons, I share with you a book that I've read that has greatly influenced me as an entrepreneur. I break down the takeaways from the book, give you reasons why you should read the book, as well as how this book has influenced me as an entrepreneur. And today's must-read is a very special must-read because today's book is the one book, if you read this book alone, it will greatly impact your work, your business in 2016. Yes, I do think it's that powerful. And best of all, today's book is under 100 pages, so you have no excuse. Today's must-read is a book called This Book Will Teach You How to Write Better by Neville Medhora. Now, before you start saying, I'm not a writer, I'm not trying to be a best-selling author, you are a writer. And this book is not about being a best-selling author. It's about communicating your ideas effectively. In other words, it's about copywriting. It's about how to write great copy, effective copy. And that's whether you're blogging, you're writing a script for a sales video, you're writing a script for a video for YouTube, you're podcasting, you're sending emails to your subscribers, to your newsletter, you're writing to your staff, you're writing to somebody you're trying to reach out to, a network. You're writing. You get the point. You write every day as an entrepreneur, and you need to know how to write effectively. And this book is going to show you how to do it in under 100 pages. I guarantee that if you read this book, you will become a better writer. I'm not guaranteeing your money back or anything like that, but I really believe in it because Neville has really done a great job with concisely putting the best tips about how to be an effective writer, an effective copywriter in this book in a very short format. I'm going to go through some of my favorite takeaways, some of the things I've used in our own business, and how it's influenced me as an entrepreneur. I can't wait to get into it, guys, so let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is sponsored by Acuity Scheduling. If you're a business with clients, which is pretty much every business, then you need to check out acuityscheduling.com right now. Pause the podcast, go check it out. I'll be here when you come back. Acuity Scheduling is giving a free trial of their services, and it's the best scheduling app I've ever seen. Communicate with your clients effectively. Make sure that everybody's on point. They know what they're doing. They know when you're talking to each other. Whether you're organizing Skype calls or you're organizing appointments at your physical business, Acuity Scheduling is the way to go. Again, that's acuityscheduling.com. That's ACUITY scheduling.com. Neville Medhora is one of the best copywriters I've ever seen. Seriously, he is really, really good. In fact, he works with Noah Kagan at AppSumo, and he helped grow their list to 1 million subscribers. And Noah attributes a lot of that success to Neville's copywriting skills. He runs a really, really fantastic site called copywritingcourse.com, and copywriting is with a K and course is with a K. He explains it on his website. But if you really want to learn how to get started with becoming a better copywriter, a better writer for your emails, for your newsletters, for anything you do, even if it's video and audio, you're going to be scripting, and that's where copy really shines. Then get started with this book. And this book is called simply, This Book Will Teach You How to Write Better. And the subtitle says, the book is short, effective, and sort of offensive, but you'll write better after reading it. I think that's so cool. And it kind of sums up the tone of that whole book. It's a fun read. It's the fastest book I got through. You could definitely get through it in one sitting. The hardest part is you're going to start wanting to implement all the things he teaches you along the way. You want to stop and put it down and just start writing some emails and putting some things in practice. So what does this book cover? First, he explains the importance of good writing. And by the way, Neville writes in a way that keeps you engaged. This is not some sort of writing 101 course in college. Neville's a very down-to-earth guy. I know him personally. In fact, I had lunch with him the other day. And who he is in person is a very relaxed, fun, cheerful person, and it shines through in this book as well. He then moves on and talks about how you should approach writing. And he talks about one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of us do is that we talk about ourselves too much. And this chapter is called No One Cares About You. Everybody cares about themselves, and you need to make sure that you tell people what's in it for them when you're writing. Whether that's an email, whether that's sales copy on your website, whether that's your about page, whether that's a blog post, whatever you're writing. People want to know what's in it for them. He also talks about how to be fun and how to be funny and not boring. He teaches you actual strategies to do this. He also talks about how important subject lines and headlines are in writing, whether that's in a blog post or an email. How do you craft a great headline? And he actually gives you a formula. It's pretty much fill in the blank. So you can go ahead and start writing subject lines that are effective immediately. I'm not joking. This book gives you a formula to write. So even if you think you're a horrible writer, you just fill in the blanks and the rest is done. He then goes into the all-important AIDA formula. And if you don't know what AIDA is a very, very important acronym. And it stands for A, attention, I, interest, D, desire, and then A, action. A, you have to have their attention. Get their attention at the start. I, you have to interest them in what you're selling, what you're talking about, what the email is about. D, you have to make them desire, want them to want this thing. I want this. I want to keep reading. I want to subscribe to your newsletter. I want to buy your product. And A, how do you guide them to take action? Every piece of writing should have some sort of action, some call to action, whether that's buy, subscribe, share on social media, give me a call, reply to this email, whatever it is. In the book, he also talks about how to format your writing so it's easy to read. We're talking about even just like bolding and how to space things out, how to write lists. I mean, he really gives you some really specific things to do. Talks about short versus long copy. When should you write long copy? When should you write short copy? And the last thing I want to mention, he also talks about how to simplify your writing. You got to make sure that you're communicating clearly. The whole point of you writing anything is to communicate an idea. And he shows you how to clearly communicate, simplify things. Don't overcomplicate things. Don't try to impress anybody with big words if it doesn't work. Neville is a master at teaching this. Now, I personally have used Neville's book and his teachings to help our business. Every time I write a new email to anybody, especially our subscribers, potential customers, or current customers, I follow the AIDA formula. I definitely use the AIDA formula for anything I'm scripting, like a sales video, for a sales page. This is the one book where I say, I've learned ABC and I used it in XYZ in my business. I can directly take what I've learned and use it immediately. And it's helped us so much because I'm able to communicate a lot more clearer with my audience. So if you're really frustrated with writing, if you're frustrated, I don't know how to write, I get writer's block, I don't know where to start, this book is going to be a lifesaver. Guys, more on today's must read, but before that, I got to give love to today's sponsor, Acuity Scheduling. Acuity Scheduling is the #1 online scheduling tool for busy, fun-loving businesses who hate the pain of going back and forth with their clients on email. They hate this whole idea of coordinating calendars. They want an easy, streamlined way to get their clients and customers to schedule their own appointments, and they can remain hands-off. We're talking businesses like hairstylists, massage therapists, business consultants, life coaches, health coaches, music teachers, photographers, therapists, yoga teachers, lawyers, tutors, anybody who deals with a client, which is pretty much any business. Even our business, Acuity Scheduling, is perfect for because we need to coordinate with people to speak to them about different things like being a guest teacher on the $100 MBA show. I want to make sure that their schedule works for my schedule, so I just share my schedule on Acuity Scheduling. Acuity Scheduling serves over 50,000 businesses in over 100 countries. And best of all, you could be one of these businesses for free. Get started for free at acuityscheduling.com. Again, that's ACUITY scheduling.com to get started for free at acuityscheduling.com. The biggest takeaway or the biggest influence this book has had on me as an entrepreneur is that it taught me that writing is a skill just like anything else. I can learn it. There's certain things I can learn, certain formulas, certain tactics, and Neville just gives them to you. And he teaches you these skills in a fun and easy to understand way. I haven't come across a book that's so practical, that is so helpful. So get going, pick it up in Amazon. It's only $4 on Kindle. And we'll put a link to the book in today's show notes. Just go to 100mba.net/MBA527. Or you can just click on the cover art on your iPhone and you'll see all the show notes right there with the link to the book. Guys, thank you so much for listening to the $100 MBA show. And thank you, Neville, for being the author of today's must-read episode. Thanks, buddy. That was a great, great read. Check out all of Neville's work over at copywritingcourse.com. That's copywriting with a K, course with a K.com. Guys, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for listening to the $100 MBA show every single day. You guys rock. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you get all the episodes automatically and you get our back catalog. A lot of people don't know that iTunes only displays the last 300 episodes. We're in episode 527. So if you want to get all our earlier episodes, our first 227 episodes, you got to hit subscribe so you can get them in the feed. All right, guys, before I go, I want to leave you with this. If anybody recommends anything that's a short read, a short course, something that takes maybe an hour or so to do, and they highly, highly recommend it, like I'm doing right now with Neville's book, then jump on the opportunity because it's such a low investment of time for getting such value. We waste an hour so easily by watching a couple episodes of some silly sitcom. So an hour to read a book, amazing, and you're going to get so much value out of it. Don't hesitate, don't think about it. Just order the book or just order the course or whatever it is and just get started. It's only an hour, it can't be that bad. All right, guys, I'll check you in tomorrow's episode. I'll see you then. Take care.